Can he give Brazil the start they need here in this penalty competition? They each take 5, remember, and if they can't settle it in that sequence, then it's sudden death. So, it's Socrates against Bats. And he saves. Well, Socrates, the two-step run-up, and what a good save by Joel Bats, who has now saved a penalty from Zico and one from Socrates. What a talismanic performance by the French goalkeeper.
And he put the penalty to his right, and he saved it with his left hand. A remarkable save. Not such a bad penalty, but a really brilliant save by Bats. And it's turning on the goalkeepers.
Well, you did say it was he was a left-hander, so he's proved his point. Stopira has gone forward for France. And France are in the lead. He blasted it. They've each had one penalty, and France lead Brazil 1-0. That was the thumping technique right in the root of the net. Well, who would be in the shoes of these players now? Their position in the World Cup, Brazil and France, hinging on this penalty sequence.
You can see there the penalty spot. They try to place it round the edge because the grass has been flattened a little bit, as it always is at penalty spot, from the paint.
Alanal. And he scores. So it's 1-1, but France have a kick in hand. That was a good penalty, actually. Right in the corner with power.
Didn't get a shot there. The referee was actually pressing the ball down into the spot with his foot there, which probably shows he's never been a player, certainly of any calibre in his life, and had to take the penalty rather than stand and watch.
Amoros, who scored in Seville. Yes. 2-1 to France, with 2 penalties each taken. Good effort by Carlos there, but he won't have too many sympathisers among the neutrals now. And it is going to be Zico. Well, the private duel between Zico and Bats is resumed. Yes, this time he's got it. It's 2-2, but France have a kick in hand. Zico making up for his earlier miss. And it looks like Bruno Bellon next. France, remember, are technically one ahead, but he's got to put this in the net to keep them there. And the Brazilian fans trying to put him off. Or not? I would thought it does, because it's rather like hitting the post and going in a sense. I think it has to count, Jimmy.
Well, my view is that the ball should go in straight away and directly, and if there is a miss, then it is a miss. But it happened so quickly, and happened on the far side of the keeper, that I'm absolutely sure that the referee has allowed it.
I think he has. Adinho went to protest and he waved him away.
Could he be making the second blunder of this game?
Well, I don't know, because it's not as if this player who took the kick had a second shot from a rebound or anything. I mean, he only had the one strike and the ball did finish in the net.
Have you ever seen such drama?
I've never experienced anything like it. It's 3-2 to France. They've each had 3 penalties. Now, who's this? Branco. If he was to miss this, Brazil are in really serious trouble. They're 3-2 down, remember.
See, he's arguing with the referee there, John. I can see it. The referee's saying it's got to be on the spot, but the centre of the spot is worn and becoming increasingly worn, and you risk actually stubbing the ball if it's sitting too low.
It's Branco. Goal. It's 3-3, but France have one kick in hand. And I suppose this is the moment really for Michel Platini, who's walking forward to take responsibility and try and put France 4-3 up in the penalty competition. What a birthday Platini is having today. One of the world's great players misses what could be a crucial kick. Now then, let's get this right. It's 3-3 after 4 penalties each. It's absolutely level, and it's effectively really now is sudden death. And here's Julio Cesar.
Extraordinary. The nerve of one of the greatest players in the world failed him at the vital moment.
It happened to Uli Hoeneß many years ago that, at the end of a European Championship final, lost his nerve and skied it. Julio Cesar for Brazil. Now, if France score from the next penalty, they've won. If France can put the last one away, it will be the last one, because that would give them victory 4-3 now, and it's going to be Luis Fernandez. What a responsibility.
I'd rather be taking it to win than to equalise.
Great stop by Bats again. Is justice going to be done after all? Because if this shot goes past Carlos into the net, then France are through to the semi-finals, and Carlos would have been punished for that cynical foul in the closing stages of extra time. The football world holds its breath. To see the wheel turn full circle after Seville. We are! France have won! France are in the semi-final. 4-3 on penalties. Fernandez! What a great moment for the European champions. And who would say they don't deserve it? And in the most tense and dramatic circumstances in Guadalajara, Brazil are out of the World Cup.
And thank goodness that in the end, some higher authority dispensed the justice which the French deserved, and which the Brazilians, without any doubt, did not.
So, after the heartbreak of Spain, when France went out to West Germany on penalties, when their goalkeeper was cynical, today they've got their just desserts after the professional foul, as it will be called, although it isn't professional really, by the goalkeeper, had left France without a winning goal in extra time. They won the penalty competition by 4 successful kicks to 3, and the hero really, when it all dies down, is Joel Bats, the goalkeeper, because he saved a penalty in normal time and then produced 2 more in the penalty competition. But that man there, Fernandez, he kept his nerve when it mattered. And there's been so much excitement here in Guadalajara. I'm sure those of you at home who've shared it will understand that the news and weather has been delayed. But what has now not been delayed is France's progress into the semi-finals of the World Cup. They will play either Mexico or West Germany, and the favourites Brazil are out of the competition on the wrong end of the final score in Guadalajara for the first time. France go through.